Alright guys, so this is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Hunter Johnson, who asked me to do a segment I do exclusively over on Patreon called Faction Wars. But as always, before we go any further, as always, if you guys like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, let's get started with the video. So, for those who are new subscribers here and don't know what Faction Wars is basically a series where I take one army, or faction, whatever you want to call them, and pit them against another. Like a who would win, but more like whole armies. And Hunter asked me basically to do one of the Galactic Empire taking on the forces of Outworld. So this would be Shao Kahn and his army taking on the Galactic Empire from Star Wars. So we got a Star Wars Mortal Kombat war. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the Galactic Empire first. Obviously, technologically advanced. You have an entire galaxy at your control. You know, you have the Emperor, you have Vader, you have the Inquisitors, Stormtroopers, endless amount of tech, and endless amount of forces and technology that you can command as you see fit. These guys, like the Galactic Empire, ruled for a good 30 years for a reason, and these guys knew how to bring the pain, especially with the likes of Thrawn and Tarkin also leading strategic missions and also conducting these kind of battle plans and strategies. The Empire is just predicated on total and 100% domination and fuck you up kind of thought process. That's really all it is we are the Empire, we're gonna fuck you up and you're gonna like it. Like, that's what they're predicated on. That is nothing. There is nothing else in the Empire's mind other than we're here to fuck you up if you cross us. And that's really how it really plays out most of the time. Now, the big thing is that it's not just one world you're facing. You're facing an entire plethora of multiple planets who have multiple shipyards, forces, resources that they could all use. The Empire is, just brutality in general. It's just brutality incarnate. But the same could be said for its opponent, Outworld, ruled by the Dark Emperor Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn has multitude of warriors at his command, ranging from Tarkatans, Shokan, warriors he's collected throughout who have pledged loyalty to him. And he also has dark arcane magic at his disposal as well. Shao Kahn has more or less made a business of brutality. He has made it his one conquest, and he also has like the likes of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi working with him to create new monsters, as well as using magic, something that the Empire doesn't really have. So what would it be like if the Galactic Empire and Outworld went to war? Well, as much as I am a Mortal Kombat fan, this goes directly to the Empire. And I'm going to tell you why I'm giving it to the Empire. Like I just said, the Empire is predicated on complete and total domination. And guess what? They don't have... Outworld is just one world. The Empire is the Empire for a reason. It has a multitude of worlds, and if it really wanted to gear all of its focus on you, then guess what? You are going to run out of resources long before the Empire does. And yes, Outworld has sorcerers and dark magic. The problem is they only have a finite amount of people who can use it and use it well. Shao Kahn, and I'm not saying like the warriors of Outworld are brutal and vicious. Shokan, Tarkatans, all of these, and other warriors throughout Outworld are it's a brutal and vicious world, and I do think that they could put up more of a fight than they could definitely put up more than a fight against your basic stormtrooper. Basic stormtroopers are going to get slaughtered by the thousands. Like, because they only depend on their blasters. But here's the thing. You only kill so many stormtroopers, and then you gotta run into death troopers. and then into Purge Troopers, and then they'll probably throw in Inquisitors in there. And, oh, what's that? The sound of an AT-AT coming at you? Several of them just marching along with ATSTs on, doing support? Yeah, it's not going to be a good day for you. That's the thing, is that if the... and the other thing they have, fucking Star Destroyers. Fucking Star Destroyers that will orbital bombard your little encampment or your little castle into a goddamn crater. There is... I'm not saying, like, Shao Kahn and his forces would put up a fight. Ground battles would be absolutely bloody. Stormtroopers dying by the thousands and just getting brutally ripped apart. The problem is that this is a kind of a thing of technological and armament kind of deal versus a more primitive, though albeit more warrior-driven culture. Here's the thing. The very second that you have the likes of the ATSTs and the TIE bombers rolling in, when you bring in the heavy artillery into this match, it's done. Like, Shao Kahn may have a few good hits and may even destroy something. Some of those with monsters he could have Shang Tsung whip up. But the thing of it is, this war's over. Because you have a multitude of planets at its disposal, and there's no way they can get up there and stop the Star Destroyers from, just making a crater out of his castle. So as much... but, yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, who do you think would win in this faction war? Do you think it would be Outworld, or do you think it would be the Galactic Empire? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, you guys can start sending me requests. And yeah, once again, I'd like to thank Hunter Johnson for this Patreon request and continued patronage. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.